Dr. Rob Silverman here, ACA, Sports Council, Chiropractor of the Year, author of Inside Out Health, A Revolutionary Approach to Your Body. I want to talk to you about something that I've been using and I've been getting fantastic results, and I stand 1,000% behind. We eat only organic. The food is lasting in the refrigerator 4 times as long. Now, we all know that organic food is the healthiest food that we can consume. The problem is, after 2 or 3 days in the refrigerator, it spoils. No pesticides. The Food Card is enabling the freshness and enabling the organic food to last longer.
Well, hello. I want you to know that I've had this card for 1 year, and my bread, I left to go international. I bought the bread a week before I left. Was gone 6 weeks. I've been home 2 weeks actually, and here is the bread. Soft.
No mold.
And no mold.
What do you think of the Food Freshness Card?
I think it's awesome because I only eat fresh green food, and I can tell you over the year my kale, my spinach, apples, they'll be in there from the beginning of the month until the end of the month, still as fresh as ever.
My family loves all of Nature's Frequency products. Since we've been testing the Food Card, we found that it stretches our dollar a lot farther by keeping our bread, our fruits, our vegetables all fresher longer. My kids live on berries during the summer, and we found that especially organic berries stay a lot longer, and we're able to eat them before they go bad. Instead of lasting 2 or 3 days, we can get a week out of them, which is fantastic. Since we've been using the Food Card, we find that our budget goes a lot further because we have less food waste.
Happy New Year. I'm at my son's visiting, and when I got here, I got upset with him because something happened to the food freshness in his refrigerator. So I made sure that it got back in there because they never have to throw food away. And I'm a single woman. I mean, I'm always throwing stuff away because I can't eat it fast enough. And now it lasts forever. So, and the bananas, my son is just amazed. He says, how come the bananas last so long? So they immediately put all the fruit and bananas on the food freshness, and they weren't paying attention to the refrigerator. So it was just amazing when I got here. You know, I've got believers now. You have more believers. So thank you.
In taking care of Mom, who is now in another facility, I had to make 2 separate meals because she wanted good old-fashioned meat and potatoes and meat and potatoes and all of that. And I eat in a different fashion, so everything I would eat would spoil quickly. I occasionally want a piece of bread. This bread has no additives at all. It is a sourdough bread from one of our bakeries in town, and it is as fresh as it was the day I bought it, and it's from October 1st. October 1st. And so every once in a while, it might be once a week, I'll use a piece of bread, and I mean, look at it. So my organic vegetables, the berries, they last at least 3 times longer because I do average, I was counting 6 Food Freshness Cards in each refrigerator, and they are not large refrigerators. Also, I do cook occasionally and need milk or cream or sour cream and stuff like that. I have some that's 6 months old. There isn't any mold on it. My cheese gets no mold on it. It's amazing. So I'm very grateful. It just makes my heart so warm that you created this to help the world not waste food. And I love to hear the updates on that. I really do. So thank you so much for starting this company and starting it with the Food Freshness Card.
I tell you, the Food Freshness Card, being what it does, is amazing because you don't think about how long your food lasts. Now, that might sound like a negative, but it's not. Milk lasts, I don't know what it is about milk. It lasts forever. It just doesn't go bad. I don't know what to say. We don't drink a lot of milk, so it's in there for a month, 6 weeks, perfectly fine. The wife does, and daughter buy organic. And lettuce, of course, as you know, whether it's escarole or endive, it goes bad in days. It doesn't go bad. It's an amazing thing to watch. Fruit, it just never goes bad. I don't know how to explain it. And you get so used to it, which is, I guess is kind of a problem, that you don't think about how fast stuff used to go bad. So the savings, that stuff is expensive. Everything's expensive. Fruit's expensive. Organic is expensive. Foods in general, milk is, oh my gosh, you know, it's a fortune, $5, $6 a gallon, depending on where you get it at. So just extremely excited about the whole thing. I probably take it for granted, which I should not, because it really does.
I got cheese still here. It says used by date the 11th of October, 2022, right? And it's still edible. There's no mold on it. You can see it. There's the proof and evidence of it. I'm still eating it. I chop a little bit off every day. I don't need a lot of cheese, but yeah. And the date says the 11th of October, 2000. Look, I even bought that cheap too, $4.99. Most people would just walk past it. $4.99, you think you throw it out after a week. But there you are, 11th of October. It's still going great. And it's already the 1st of January. And just think, that bread's 6 months old. For God's sake, unbelievable. That's a staff of life, I tell you. And just, Rick, what you're doing with the technology is fantastic.
The Food Freshness Card has been great. Ever since I got it down in Atlanta, used it on the way home back to Pittsburgh. But the Food Freshness Card, it numerous all over the house. I keep them the vegetables in the refrigerator. I hate to go to the store. When I go, I'll stock up on the vegetables because that's the good stuff, and they'll stay in my refrigerator, my vegetable crisper, for months at a time. And it is amazing how that does it. You look at the expiration date or something on there, and it just doesn't. It's amazing how much they stay there. And I'm so thankful for the Freshness Card and what it does to inhibit the bacteria and the mold and stuff. It does what it's supposed to. So I have several in the fridge, and it makes the food taste better. And it's a wonderful gift for Christmas. I've given them to the kids every Christmas. Say, here, put this on there. Oh, Dad, what's that for? I said, just believe me, this company's been around 9 years. The patents on this, they couldn't do this and have all the wonderful testimonials if it didn't work. Believe me, it works. And they come back and say, hey, Dad, that's amazing. That's good. They still got it.
The food card in my house is not only in the refrigerator, on the counter for the fruits, the vegetables, the flowers. I'm also in a social service position, and I have placed them in my clients' homes. They're elderly or socially challenged, and they get some of their food from the food pantries. And the food stays fresh so long. It's not like they go out to the grocery store and get them. They get it from the food pantry, and it's still good. It's still mostly fresh, and it will last, again, 4 to 5 weeks, whether it be in the refrigerator, in the bread box, in the freezer. It is a wonderful, wonderful product to have in anybody.
You got to remember, when you live in a warmer area, your food can go and spoil faster. That's one of those things that just happens. It doesn't just freeze like where you live. Anyway, 2 places that we really use it to save us money on our food. One is in the pantry itself. We buy freshly baked bread, which always goes down faster than if you get it in the regular, Wonder Bread or whatever else it is. So we have found that putting it just within a couple of feet of that bread, that it has stayed until we finish it, which is pretty good for us considering we don't usually eat a lot of bread around here. But even better place that saved me money was in the refrigerator. I'm not a big milk drinker. I'll cook with it, but I don't really drink it. My wife, on the other hand, doesn't drink it much, but she'll have it with her cereal in the morning. And we're talking like, what, a half a cup on there? And we found that buying a gallon jug, it would just go bad before she finished it. So she had to cut back, starting to buy the quarts and that kind of thing, which is just in itself more expensive than buying the gallon if you could use the whole thing up. We started using it underneath of the water or underneath of the gallon jug. And it went from lasting a couple of weeks to until it was empty a month later. And I went back to the commissary and could replace it. So it saved not only in not throwing it out because it was bad, but because we were able to buy a larger amount of it and keep it fresh that much longer. You know, it works for anything that you put in the refrigerator, anything at all.
Rick, this is Christy again, and I just want to give you an update. This card that I have had in the bottom of my refrigerator has kept my food fresh for a really long time. I am completely sold. Everyone should have one of these in the refrigerator. This is amazing. A week ago, I recorded a video of this very same vegetable tray, and I haven't thrown it away because the vegetables are still good, and even they're still fresh. See, crunchy carrot, still fresh, and the ranch dip is still good. But the other amazing thing is this is a jar of milk. And it's good local milk, and I don't have a lot of kids in my house anymore, and so we don't go through a ton of milk, so I buy a little bit more expensive milk. However, you see how what's in there, just a little bit? It's still good. And I bought this when I bought this tray. So how long has that been? So it's been almost 3 weeks. Almost 3 weeks ago, I bought this, and there's not very much left, but I'm going to use the rest of this in my cereal right now because I'm going to have cereal. But I just wanted to thank you again for this fabulous food card, and from Nature's Frequencies. It's amazing. So everyone should have one of these. Thanks.